Applying for a green card is a significant milestone for many immigrants, marking a path to lawful permanent residency in the United States. However, the process can be long, complex, and vulnerable to costly delays, some stretching into years. Surprisingly, many of these delays stem from avoidable mistakes made during the application process. Whether due to missing documents, filing errors, or poor planning, these issues can derail progress and create stress and uncertainty for applicants and their families. In this video, we break down the top 10 most common mistakes that cause green card delays, and, most importantly, how to avoid them to ensure your journey to permanent residency is as smooth and timely as possible. 1. Submitting incomplete or incorrect forms. One of the most frequent reasons green card applications are delayed, or outright rejected, is the submission of incomplete or incorrect forms. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services (USCIS) is highly detail-oriented and expects all forms to be filled out thoroughly and accurately. Even minor mistakes like a missing signature, unchecked box, or blank field without explanation can result in a rejected application. To avoid this, applicants should double-check every form before submission, refer to USCIS instructions for each form, and consider working with an immigration attorney or accredited representative to review the paperwork. 2. Failing to provide required supporting documents. Missing documents are a major cause of delays. Each green card category requires specific evidence, such as birth certificates, marriage licenses, tax returns, affidavits of support, or proof of legal entry. Omitting even a single required item can lead to a request for evidence, RFE, which can set your application back by weeks or even months. To prevent this, consult USCIS's official checklist for your specific application type and make sure all original or certified copies are included and translated into English if needed. Organize documents clearly to make review easy for officers. 3. Not notifying USCIS of address changes. USCIS mails all notices, biometrics appointments, and decision letters to the address on file. If you move and fail to update your address within 10 days, you risk missing critical communications, which can cause your application to stall or be denied. The process of updating your address with USCIS is straightforward and can be done online via Form Arkansas 11. It's important to update your address every time you move, even temporarily, until your green card is approved. Keeping your contact information current ensures you stay informed and don't miss deadlines. 4. Submitting the wrong filing fee or payment method. Another common but preventable mistake is sending the wrong filing fee. USCIS changes fees from time to time, and some applications require multiple payments. Applicants who submit an incorrect amount or pay using an unaccepted method, e.g., personal checks where not allowed, may see their application returned. Always refer to the USCIS fee calculator on the official website just before you file. Include a properly filled out check or money order made payable to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, never abbreviate it, to avoid having your application rejected on technical grounds. 5. Delaying the response to USCIS requests for evidence, RFEs. If USCIS issues an RFE requesting additional documentation or clarification, it's essential to respond promptly and completely. Ignoring an RFE or submitting an incomplete response can lead to denial of your application. Many applicants delay responding because they don't understand what's being asked, but waiting too long can shorten the response window and lead to rushed mistakes. If you receive an RFE, read it carefully, gather the exact documents requested, and submit them before the deadline. Consider consulting a lawyer to ensure the response fully satisfies USCIS requirements. 6. Failing the medical exam requirements. Every green card applicant must undergo a medical examination by a USCIS-approved civil surgeon. Delays often happen when applicants skip this requirement, submit outdated exam forms, or fail to follow instructions. Incomplete vaccination records or expired medical exam reports are also common pitfalls. To avoid delays, schedule your exam as soon as possible and use a doctor listed on the USCIS Civil Surgeon Directory. Be sure to bring all relevant health records and complete the exam close enough to your application date that the results are still valid when reviewed. 7. Traveling outside the U.S. without advance parole. Many applicants don't realize that traveling outside the U.S. while their adjustment of status application is pending can cause their application to be considered abandoned unless they first obtain advance parole. This mistake can be devastating, forcing the applicant to start over from abroad. To avoid this, submit Form I-131 for advance parole if you plan to leave the country while waiting for a decision. Don't travel until it's approved. In emergency situations, expedited advance parole may be available, but never assume you can leave and re-enter without consequences. 8. Using outdated immigration forms. USCIS frequently updates its forms, and using an outdated version can result in immediate rejection. Forms change in subtle but significant ways, and applicants often use copies found online that are no longer current. To ensure you are using the correct version, download forms directly from the USCIS website shortly before submitting. Always double-check the form's edition date, which is listed in the bottom corner. Using the correct, most recent form version is a simple yet critical step in avoiding unnecessary setbacks. 9. Relying on unverified legal advice. Many applicants turn to friends, online forums, or unlicensed immigration consultants, also known as notarios, for guidance. Unfortunately, unverified advice can lead to serious mistakes, including submitting incorrect forms, choosing the wrong visa category, or unknowingly committing fraud. These errors can trigger delays or permanent bans from re-entry. To stay on track, rely only on information from USCIS.gov, licensed immigration attorneys, or accredited nonprofit organizations. It's also wise to research your representative's credentials to ensure they are legally permitted to offer immigration advice. 10. Ignoring priority dates and visa bulletin updates. Applicants in family or employment-based categories often fail to monitor their priority dates, which determine when they can proceed with their green card application. Each month, the U.S. State Department issues a visa bulletin showing which cases are eligible for processing. If you apply before your priority date is current, your application may sit in limbo. To avoid delays, monitor the bulletin regularly and submit your application only when eligible. If you're unsure whether your date is current, a qualified immigration attorney can help interpret the bulletin in your context. Securing a green card is a major step toward building a stable and prosperous life in the United States. But it's not a journey to be taken lightly. The most common delays in the process are caused not by USCIS itself, but by preventable errors made by applicants. By understanding these top 10 mistakes and how to avoid them, you can save yourself months, or even years, of unnecessary waiting and complications. Accuracy, organization, and reliable legal guidance are your best allies throughout the application process. Whether you're applying for family-based, employment-based, or humanitarian reasons, staying informed and diligent will significantly improve your chances of success. When in doubt, seek qualified legal advice to protect your time, money, and immigration future.